In case you missed it, James Harden is now a Cleveland Cavalier. The Clippers and Cavs agreeing to a trade in exchange for Darius Garland. I believe that there is a draft pick involved as well. Chris Haynes.
Yeah, second-round pick going to LA.
Okay, so that is the latest in a busy day in the NBA trade realm.
It's still early.
As we get ready for Thursday's deadline, of course, we will have a live show leading up to the trade deadline on Thursday right here live on the association. C. Haynes is going to be locked in. Coach Fizz will be here. Rudy will not. Robin Lopez will be instead. But now we're starting to see the ball really get rolling, some action these last couple of days. Jaren Jackson Jr. going to Utah from Memphis, but James Harden to Cleveland is the one that is kind of shaking the ground. Not a shock in the sense that this has happened before several times with James Harden, but the timing of it, given the Clippers' recent run, being the hottest team in the league, winning 17 out of 21 games prior to their loss on Monday against the Philadelphia 76ers. But James Harden wanted to secure a better future for him financially, and thinking that he can help the Cavs compete for that championship that they were chasing last year into this.
Know what I worry about? I worry about the other players on the team, like that were chasing consistency. This is a team that, early in the season didn't really have an idea of what they wanted to do or what they were doing. And I feel like they were just starting to hit a stride. And this is kind of, obviously Darius Garland's a good player, but it's going to take more time for him to get acclimated too. So this is a weird year to be a part of the Clippers if they're still there.
I mean, Chris, can you imagine following the Clippers on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis this year, given the roller coaster ride that they've been on?
It's been fun.
That's a word. I don't know if it's the word, but it's a word. So for Cleveland, continuing their activity and really reshaping their backcourt alongside Donovan Mitchell. So James Harden, obviously one of the premier scorers in the history of the game.
Yep.
Here's something for you. I believe all-time points scored, Harden has the second most among players without a championship, behind only Karl Malone.
Wow.
So now James Harden, alongside Spider Mitchell, their ability to score the basketball, how they could potentially open things up for the front court of Mobley and Allen. They add 3-and-D with Keon Ellis. You add a veteran backup in Dennis Schroeder. It's a totally different look. And Cleveland, they clearly see now's the time to push the chips in.
They're reconstructing their roster on the fly. You just wonder if there's enough games in the regular season for them to build some top. Yeah, because James Harden, he's a system player. What I mean by that, a lot of times when you say system player, that's a negative. Like a player only can thrive in the system. No, I mean he is the system.
He notoriously said that. Yeah,
he said that.
He is the system, and so I'm flabbergasted really with the fact that the Cleveland Cavaliers went all in and trying to do this, but I understand why. But I really do want to see how this is all going to work. It's not a lot of time left. They're reconstructing their roster on the fly. And so, again, I think that all points to the fact that I believe the Eastern Conference is wide open, and it looks like they believe so as well.
Darius Garland, a decade younger than James Harden, certainly not as accomplished, though he is a two-time All-Star. Injuries have really slowed him down this year. I mean, both toes, or even both feet, I should say. But so they get a little bit younger there. Someone that hasn't been talked about since one of the other wild chapters in this Clippers season, earlier in the season, Chris Paul. Chris, is there any change in that status?
No, I mean, I think we were wondering if Chris Paul was going to be included in the James Harden deal, which is not. And I harken back to P.J. Tucker. He had a similar situation with his stint with the Los Angeles Clippers, where they sent him home, and he was on the shelf for about 3 or 4 months, and they ended up including him in a trade, as it got closer to the deadline. So that is still the plan for the Los Angeles Clippers. But if they don't trade him by the deadline, then they're going to waive him.
Are the Clippers, are you hearing anything from the Clippers, and Rudy, just analyzing the basketball side, do you believe this from the Clippers? where they feel they can continue this stretch now without James Harden? Because he wasn't just a small piece of that 17-4 stretch.
They do. They feel like, so for context, so Darius Garland out with a toe injury. I was told that he's going to return soon. He possibly could make a return before the All-Star break, but all signs point to him returning after the break, right? But they believe that Darius Garland, he's a true point guard, and they want to run faster. They want to get up and down, and they feel like Darius Garland is better suited to play that style of basketball. So that's something they've been wanting to push the tempo a little bit more. But you got James Harden, and Kawhi. Those guys, they're going to mosey the ball up more so. So they feel very comfortable about this. And, again, there is a reason why that they made this move so quickly. They identified a player. After James Harden did what he did, they identified a player that they felt made the most sense. They got it done relatively quick.
You're nodding your head and you're in agreement. So, like that.
Well, I mean, in agreement. I mean, that's how they feel.
Acknowledging it. Got it.
Acknowledging that happens. I mean, if they want to play fast, obviously, you still have Kawhi Leonard who needs the ball to score, and it's going to take his time. So I don't think, I think it's more about the future and what they want to do with the future. I think Darius Garland's a young player, two-time All-Star guy. They can probably, obviously with Kawhi, build around. But I think this is more contractual.
Last thing on the Clippers before we move on. This time of year, you sometimes you hear names pop up out of nowhere or randomly. James Harden was one of those on Monday. Another one was Ivica Zubac. There has been, I don't know if it's teams saying they would want Zubac or the Clippers are actively listening on that. See, Haynes
they're actively listening.
Okay.
Indiana Pacers for a while, that they were hot on Zoo for a minute, but again, the Clippers have turned the tide. They've turned the corner, and so they haven't been actively shopping him. I would say that. Now, I would be surprised if he's dealt by the deadline, but again, they're listening, and if somebody comes with a compelling offer, they have to entertain it.
The trade deadline season, that's what it's all about. Also, monthly awards season. As we say goodbye to January and kick off February, those awards were announced on Tuesday. So your players for the month in January: Jaylen Brown of the Celtics in the Eastern Conference, Luka Doncic of the Lakers in the West. For Brown, he averaged 29 last month, while Luka averaged 34 to go along with 7 rebounds and 9 assists.
A lot of points.
As for the defensive players of the month, in the Western Conference, it would be Victor Wembanyama. In the East, Detroit, Sar Thompson. Wemby averaged a couple of blocks per game. For Thompson, nearly 2.5 steals per game, more than 4 deflections per game.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like the fact that every time, usually, we're not giving defensive awards, they give them the big men. You have to find stats for guards. So I like the fact that deflection, because that does speak to the impact that guards can have on the game.
Really, tell Haynes your nicknames for Thompson.
Oh, Flash Brothers.
Flash Brothers. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, look. The fact that they, like you said, they account deflections and all that stuff, and finding ways to celebrate him, because he's working his tail off, man, on the defensive end, and he's really a driving force for this team. Obviously, you have Cade, who takes most of the brunt of the offensive load, and for that to happen, for him to be able to do that, he needs someone to do the other things, and Asar's been doing it.
I have a question. Can you make a case that they are the best twins to ever play in the NBA?
No, they're not.
Who else?
The Brants, Horace and Harvey. You got
Horace made a few All-Star appearances. Go ahead.
and 1 championship.
Yeah.
3, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking talent.
Talent-wise, I mean, everybody's talented.
I'm saying that like Horace and them not talented. I mean, Brooke and Robin, the Morris twins, the Grants. I just think they're oozing with potential, man.
Yeah.
I just really think the sky's the limit for both of them.
I mean, well, we don't know that story yet, so we'll see.
Yeah.
They could possibly be, but the story isn't written for them yet.
That's a good question. I really like that question.
Skill set, they're probably the best twins.
I don't know about that. Not yet. Not yet.
Wow.
Not yet.
I just want my new game plan is just get you guys to debate random stuff.
I mean, year 2, you tell them they're the best twins ever?
Year 2 I think
He's,
might
no,
be
no,
year 3 right now.
he changed the qualifier to most talented, and then he changed it again to skill set.
Skill
So
set.
we're trying to find
skills,
He's trying to find
common ground with you on it.
Look, bro, just leave it alone.
He's the one to argue. He's one of those.
No.
Coaches of the month: Jordan Knott, Charles Lee. Jordan Knott for the Phoenix Suns, Charles Lee for the
That
Charlotte
is
Hornets.
very